just the gentleman I wanted to talk to. So how to think about starting a renovation, right? Lots to think about. You're working with your builder. Like, how do you guys go through that process with the homeowner?
Depends on what type of project are you doing. Like, for example, this is a kitchen renovation. So you're going to be without the kitchen. Are you going to live in the house, or are you going to move out of the house? You also have to remember that the contractors are going to be at your house every day, bright and early, because this is their office. You leave to go to your office, but they're coming to go to their office.
Right.
So you got to be aware and prepare for that kind of stuff.
So prepare yourself. Got to get in the mindset that, okay, this is going to be disruptive.
It's very, very disruptive.
You can come anytime you want, Pops. What are you thinking about next in your conversations?
I mean, I think the big thing is to start sort of very big picture. Like, everyone wants to get specifics with types of countertops right away, but really what you want to understand is, can you afford to do this project? So
right.
in big scale, you know, we want to renovate a kitchen. And you also have to broadly share how much money you want to spend and share that with the people you're talking with, because you want to make sure if you're sort of in the right ballpark.
Because if you're 2x away, it's just probably going to fall apart and not really work.
Yeah, you're wasting everyone's time.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a budget, let's say your budget is $100,000. Well, in your mindset, you should try to think of that as like $80,000, $85,000. Leave yourself a little cushion for things that may pop up, and they're going to pop up. You open up a wall, oh, there's a structural problem. You got to deal with that. Oh, I want to change my countertop to something else. Mm-hmm. Well, you're going to spend probably your $80,000 or $100,000, but just be aware of it. And you know, this is a big investment. Your home is your biggest investment that you make. You want to make sure that you do it right.
Okay. Other things on your list in those conversations?
I think the major thing is understanding how selections work. I think most homeowners think that they can sort of pick the tile when it's time to put in the tile and pick the counter when it's time to put in the counter.
Yeah. Right.
And that's probably the worst thing you can do for your budget and your timeline. And remember, if you're out of this house, you're paying rent somewhere else. So we really encourage people to not start the job until they're ready to finish the job. So basically, there's 500 decisions that need to be made to come up with the drawings like this, right? And there's got to be specifications about the types of appliances, types of windows. All of those decisions need to be made before we can go off to permitting, and you cannot skip one of those. Sure, you could maybe wait on paint colors, window treatments,
absolutely.
and furniture, but you can't be waiting on tile and, you know, appliances. Those things all need to be completely figured out well before we show up with a tool.
Once you guys get started, you want to keep going nonstop. So
Absolutely.
don't let the homeowner give the contractor a reason to stop because they can't find the tile that they were dreaming about.
Well, it's like Zack said, we have a list of 500 things, but we got a list of appliances. First of all, you want to know if you can buy those appliances. Do you have to order them? Are you going to have to wait? If so, buy them early. If you have a tile that you're going to pick out and you really like that tile, great. Pick out a second choice just in case you can't get that tile.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's stuck on a ship somewhere. Believe me, it's happened.
Speaking of timing, I mean, that makes me think about permitting, right? Because sometimes you have to pull a lot or few, but you do have to pull them, and that can take time.
Yeah, you do. I mean, it looks different in every municipality, but basically how it works here in general is your sub-trades like electrical, plumbing, mechanical, they have their own specific trades. So if you're doing a small job like swapping a water heater, they'll pull them themselves. If you're doing a whole big house, then a general contractor like us is going to sort of handle all of that.
Yeah, we're going to pull the main permit, and then the plumbers or the electricians are going to go in and feed off of that permit.
But are we talking about like a lot? Are we talking about long term? How long can a permitting process, take me?
It could take 4 weeks, 6 weeks, basic, but then it depends on what's going to happen. This is inside the house. This is the kitchen. You're not changing the footprint at all. If you change the footprint, do you need an easement? Are you going to be too close to the lot line? What about conservation? All of those things make it different timing-wise. So, it could take a year, year and a half sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
If you're touching the outside of the house, leave more time.
Are you going to deal with the historical committee? All of those things. Then you got to wait for that. So.
Okay. Lots to think about.
A lot.
But thank you guys. Good information. Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project. So be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button. Make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.